Hi everyone, it's Danny. Alrighty, today we're gonna do an orchid update with the orchids that you guys have requested lately. The ones you wanted to see. So alrighty, I'm gonna show you the good and the bad today. Alrighty, so these are two oncidiums that have been featured in my How to Save Orchids videos. One was first steps to a healthy recovery and the other one was a pretty fast tutorial. Anyway, you have the annotations if you'd like to see them. Now let's start with the pink oncidium. This guy is doing absolutely fantastic. Since we repotted and actually I made that tutorial on how to save it, it grew this pseudobulb and now it's growing this one, which I bet will be larger because the leaves are larger. Now this pseudobulb didn't bloom unfortunately the past year, but it's okay. This guy was really sick, but right now he has a ton of roots and I'm having major trouble keeping it hydrated. You can already see some crinkling of the leaves, but I'm hoping to resolve the issue. I have been watering it far more often, every 3 or 4 days actually, and it's pretty logical. The more roots an orchid has, the faster it will absorb water. So for this guy, he's doing great, but he does need a ton of water. Okay, the other one, this is the Boussole Blanche. We had to cut the flower spikes on this guy, unfortunately. He was in a really rough shape. My friend did not want to buy this one for me because she was not sure if he's gonna make it. This guy was repotted a few months ago and he's growing a new growth right here. It is growing excruciatingly slow, but it's pretty obvious why. This orchid really is depleted of energy, and I'm not sure if it produced any roots. I don't see any just yet. It might have a few, but I'm hoping with this new growth it will start to produce roots. So I would say he's doing okay. It could have been worse, but it is to be expected that he will have a pretty slow recovery. All I'm interested in is that this orchid makes it, and that's all. I have the patience for him because he has a beautiful flower. Okay, this guy is the Zygopetalum that I recently received from my viewer Anna Maria. I swear, I'm cursed with Zygopetalums. It baffles me. I am not sure what I'm doing wrong. The media looks fine. The roots actually look fine. I have not watered the leaves. I kept it ventilated. I'm not sure what's going on. It is baffling to me that I can grow some orchids that are kind of tricky, but I cannot seem to find a way to grow Zygopetalums. Now there is a chance that I'm pretty unlucky with some not so healthy individuals, but you have to admit the coincidence is kind of big, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Zygopetalums. I know you guys are growing them wonderfully. I seem to be unable to do that, so yeah, this guy is not doing so well. There is still some hope for some new growth that will look better. The roots are fine, at least that, but yeah, he's not gonna look good for a while. That is, if he makes it. Since we're talking about gifts, these are the orchids that I received from Rachel, aka Gardening at Duenza. Now, I was expecting the Cattleya to do fine, and he's doing wonderfully. Look at that growth and the roots. He's really doing fine. He's taking off, so I'm not worried. The Disa orchids, I'm not sure what to say. I've never grown Disas. They are producing new leaves. They grow kind of slow. I'm doing my best. They don't look like they're about to die, so hopefully this is okay. But yeah, opposite to the Zygopetalum, these guys are doing wonderfully. Okay, let's get back to bad news. So these are the Bulbophyllums that I received from Jennifer. They kind of lost their foliage, and also they don't look so well. I don't see any new roots. Also, this guy is not doing particularly well, I would say. He does have these nubbins, but nothing's really happening. They were sent to me to save, so I kind of kept an open mind to failure as well, but I'm kind of sad. Anyway, I would say they are not doing particularly well. I still hope I can save them, but there is a high chance that I will lose them. So there you go. This is the update on the Bulbophyllums that I received. I'm sorry, Jennifer, I'm doing my best, but you know what? Some orchids don't love me. Okay, let's get back to good news. This is the Phalaenopsis mini Mark, if you remember him, and he went through such a hard time with spider mites. It was partly my fault because I kind of neglected him. I'm sorry. But he did lose all of its leaves, and now he produced brand new leaves, which are growing bigger and bigger, which is nice. And I see something growing here To be quite honest, it looks like a root, but it might be a spike. I don't know. But I would say the guy is doing pretty well. He's on his way to recovery. And if you're wondering how I managed to get rid of all his spider mite problem, well, it was hairspray. It does work, and it did not kill my orchid, so I'm happy about that. Okay, here is some so-and-so news. This is the Paphinia herrera, and somebody indeed asked me to make a update on this orchid. Now, I have to tell you, this orchid drinks like hell, and I had such a hard time last summer to keep it wet and hydrated that I kind of resorted to a tray of water. I know it's a no-no, but you know what? It's working for me. So this orchid seems to really make a fuss if you forget to water it. The moment this media becomes not bone dry, but pretty dry, she's gonna lose leaves like crazy, and there's nothing you can do about it. So right now I am keeping it constantly moist, pretty soggy I might say, and hopefully she will make a comeback. I really like how this new growth is looking. It will take a while until she will be absolutely fit, but at least she's not gone. So yeah, it's the only way I can keep this orchid. So I would say that this orchid is meant for really humid environments, greenhouses and stuff like that. Or if you can keep it constantly moist, that would be great. I do not dare to look at the roots. I hope they're not rotten, because I do keep it soggy, but that's the only way that I can keep this orchid. And the Habenaria medusa, oh, she's doing fantastic. I really do like this orchid. I know many of you guys have been thinking of purchasing this orchid, and I have to tell you, I think it's worth it, and I don't think it's so hard to keep. So she's growing, really growing. As you can see, there's the stem developing. There are quite a ton of roots in the pot. So what I do is I keep it constantly moist, not soggy. I never soak this orchid because this is pure sphagnum moss. I just run some water every time she is pretty dry, and this happens once every 10 days or so in summertime. So this pot stays moist quite a lot of time. But she likes it, and I think she's gonna do great. Hopefully we're gonna have some blooms. But yeah, if you're thinking of trying out Habenaria orchids, yeah, don't be intimidated. I really do not find them that hard to keep. I'm more intimidated by Zygopetalums, to be honest. Hi Danny, how is your Masdevallia doing? Not good, my friend, not good. I say not good, but I'm not sure. So what happened was, this orchid is really not dying. She is growing new growths kind of all the time. I do see roots forming inside the pot as well. There you go. So you might say, well, she's doing fine. What's with the leaves though? I don't know what this is. I only have one virus test left, and I was hoping to use it on a more, let's say, favored orchid. I'm not saying I don't like this orchid, but she's really not one of my favorites, the Masdevallias. It was a try. She's interesting, but not my favorite. But I'm seriously thinking of testing this orchid for virus. I do not know what this is, and it all appeared after I purchased it. Slowly but surely, it appears that only the older leaves are affected, but I don't like it. Oh, I need to wash my hands after this. But yeah, look at this. This is a new growth, and looky here. So I'm not sure what this is. If you guys have any idea with Masdevallias what this is, let me know. I'm suspecting a virus. I might test it, and then I will have to purchase some more tests. But yeah, I don't like how she looks like. Other than that, she's not dying. Oh, poor Bill from Plants and Things. I'm sorry about your Masdevallia. Mine is doing great, but she does not look great. So here we go. So what do you think about this? And lastly, here's my Paphinia orchid. She's doing great. I like her. She's growing roots. I did not wash my hands, so I'm not gonna pull her out. She is growing roots and tons of new growth. And yeah, she's not giving me headaches, which is weird because she's kind of related to Zygopetalums. I know, right? So Zygopetalums do not like me, but she seems to like me. I'm not sure when she's gonna bloom, if she's gonna bloom this year, but I do love the foliage. It's such a different color from all the other orchids and has such a nice texture, and she's doing so well. I love it. And this is a wrap. So if you guys want more updates on certain orchids that I forgot to show, just leave me a comment down below and I will make an update video for you. So if you've enjoyed this video, then click like and share. If you want to see more videos from me, just subscribe to my channel and you'll stay up to date. I post daily. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you will find care sheets and identification sheets and forums. And if you click on the left side of your screen, you will watch a video about Cattleya orchids. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!